felt kind of hypocritical because I did think it would be a good film, like a good thing to adapt into a film. But I feel like it's something where if you adapt it into a film, you can bring it to a new audience. A good story and a good world to a new audience. Now, and so I can understand the argument for some things, like even the case of The Last of Us again, because I've been thinking about this quite a bit since having thought of I'm a hypocrite and a hack. Because we played The Last of Us, we thoroughly enjoyed The Last of Us.
I love The Last of Us.
We like playing video games. We can experience stories through video games. We can enjoy that. Take someone like my mum.
She does not like video games.
Does not like video games, not interested in video games, not that willing to try playing video games to experience a story. And I don't think she would enjoy The Last of Us because it is, I think she would find it spooky scary at times.
She would find it scary.
So, having it in a TV show, the essence of the story much the same. She gets to experience something which I have told her about, I have shared my interest and liking for, but she's not been able to experience because it's not something in a medium that she finds accessible or enjoys. So I can understand that. What I really don't like is when you have something like Aladdin or a Disney film or any animated film, like How to Train Your Dragon's getting a live action. Which I didn't know about until recently.
Really? I've
Yeah.
already told you about that like 4 times.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I think I'm going to enjoy that.
To make more bank out of a story that's already been told in the same... Animation is a form of cinema. It's still cinema. Yeah?
I love How to Train Your Dragon.
So, and the stories and the books are good. The films are good. There you go. Yeah, why are you making the film again?
Oh man, arguments about dragons and unicorns and...
So, but I felt like a hypocrite, but I think Shipbreaker not only does that same thing with Last of Us, if it was turned into a film where it'd be, here's something from one audience of people, PC gamers, to something that is, I think there's quite a more accessible, more approachable format of storytelling for people who are interested in the sci-fi movie. And I also think it'd be a sci-fi movie you could adapt fairly well, and keep them all to most of the story much the same. So if there is fans who want that, they will be fairly appeased. I'm not usually someone, I prefer things get adapted rather than kept the same for the sake of it. And I just think you could do it low budget. You could do it with only maybe 2 to 3 actual actors. You don't need that many people, so you can put all the budget into your design and crafting this world. It would look really nice. And I feel like it would be something that could have real moments of action and tension with the fact that people could die and be recloned and in horrific ways, and you can really lean into the horror of the this capitalist futuristic apocalypse where life holds very little value over company policy and stuff. So yeah, I think it could be really good. And I
don't know that we can be hard over this.
I'm sure we can. If you want to turn it down, turn it down. It's not music that's too loud, it's the sound effects. So do master.
Or just do it manually.
I'm sure we can. I playtested a game the other day on the sound settings and it sounded pretty fine. I won't say what game because it's what we're playing next. Ooh. But you can bet we've missed the boat and it's going to be something that's not relevant by the time we get around to playing it.
No, I think we'll get around to playing it in the next week or 2.
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, for half of this week, we will not be streaming.
You are a busy potato.
I'm a busy potato.
And I should be a busy potato.
I was more going to say...
That's why we've not had any videos up recently, is I've not really edited. We've got maybe another 2.
We've also not really recorded a lot because I have been doing quite a lot.
Yeah.
Especially guiding related. Like, I was away last weekend. I'm meant to be away at the end of this month.
We have another...
I've had so many training days. It's just, it's insane. I've spent so much of my time just purely doing guiding stuff. And, like, personally, at this point, I am actually a way to step back from some stuff that I have signed up to do because I don't have the time to focus on my own unit, so I don't feel like I should be focusing.
As long as it's balanced out what you're doing.
And my photography business has kind of just been put to the side, so I really need to get back on with that.
Would you like to plug your photography business on this, or keep this separate? It's up to you.
Keep it separate at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Might plug it later.
That's fine.
Might plug later.
Give yourself a little self-promotion. I mean, it's your channel, you can do what you want with it.
It's also your channel.
Yeah.
It's our channel.
Exactly. So I can say it's yours, and I can also just know internally that it's also mine. But yeah, we've got, I think, at least two episodes of Roots of Yggdrasil still to come out.
Yeah.
Which aren't edited. I haven't even got the rough cut done just because I've not got around to doing it yet. I will.
It is what it is.
I will get around to it, especially since we've got a game coming out tomorrow
That's coming out.
that we are going to play through.
No, that's on the 6th.
It's on the 4th.
Is it on the 4th?
It's on the 4th. Or maybe I'm wrong. Let me check.
I think it's the 6th.
Let's not
but
get...
if you go to my Instagram on my phone and check my saved posts, because I definitely saved the post
God,
today.
your screen is bright.
It is bright just now, but you can turn it down if you want.
I'll be alright. I'll live. My eyes are strong.
My eyes are not strong.
You're just adjusting to your new prescription. It'll take a while.
I know. It's just annoying because, like, I'm adjusting to a new prescription.
I felt like it took me, honestly, months to adjust to these new frames. My prescription's not changed in, like, 10 years. But
to be honest, I'm quite settled with my glasses. They do really hurt my left ear, though.
Getting a different style of frames is a big change.
Yeah, and I've got different frames than I used to have.
I'm just going to look up the devs. Or I could have just gone on the Steam page.
Well, no, I saved the post.
I didn't see it there, so I'm just going to look them up.
Well, it wasn't a direct post of theirs. It was a post that had a list of games on it that are all coming out.
Oh my god.
That was weird.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Comes out tomorrow, the 4th.
Oh, that's the boomerang.
4th of October.
Can't believe it's nearly the 4th of October.
You cannot pre-order it though, so I'm just going to have to buy it. I might buy it tonight at midnight so it's installed and we can maybe play it immediately.
Well, I'll play it at 6 in the morning before I
mean, we could do if you really want, but I don't think that would make for the best video. You going, I need food.
I need food, I need sleep.
I need sleep. Need a warm drink. I was going to say I need coffee, but you don't drink, neither of us drink coffee.
No, I don't drink coffee, but I have drunk coffee before. I just don't like the taste.
I'm a weird slug man who lives entirely on orange liquid.
You and your orange liquid.
It's not healthy.
No, it's not. For reference, Greg drinks Iron Brew. But he doesn't drink regular Iron Brew. He drinks sugar-free Iron Brew, which is
By the
worse
gallon.
for him.
It's not worse.
It is worse
It's not
for you.
worse.
It is worse for you.
Why is it worse?
Because it's got sugar substitutes as opposed to just sugar.
Uh-huh.
Which are just as bad for you, if not worse, than sugar.
Nah.
Yes, they are. It is scientifically proven. Not because they're carcinogens. But that doesn't fucking help, does it?
How are they worse then?
I I don't know, and I don't want to explain it because I'm tired. And
Well,
I'm playing a video game.
I don't know how they're worse. I thought it was better for you.
I know
but that's
that
not even.
I know that they are worse because I know a bioengineer who literally turned around and said to me that sugar substitutes are worse for you than actual sugar.
Okay. Either way, I drink lots of sugar-free Iron Brew. Not because I think it's healthier, because I think it's tastier.
But I think that's got something to do with just,
That's to do with my upbringing.
yeah.
That's to do with having a diabetic parent.
Yeah.
And having sugar-free and stuff in the house quite a bit.
Whereas in my house, it was one parent required salt and the other parent was not allowed the salt. She's just kind of silly if you think about it.
What level are you on? Because I've not been paying attention to the game at all. I've just been rambling about games and movies, which is almost entirely all I talk about.
You do talk excessively about both of those subjects.
That's because there are things I'm probably most passionate about, with exception to prosthetics.
Mm-hmm.
But that's quite a personal passion, prosthetics. While everyone enjoys movies and games
Not everybody.
and art.
Unless you're Annie Joe.
You tell me that woman doesn't like games, movies, or art?
She likes art, she does not like movies, and she does not like games. And she only likes specific art. She only likes specific art forms.
Did you?
She's a very funny little old lady.
Did you see on day one of the Van Gogh Pikachu Pokemon card being out, it sold out instantly?
Annie Joe doesn't like Van Gogh.
What?
She doesn't like his paintings.
Oh, I love Van Gogh.
I didn't know this about my little Auntie Zoo, and yeah, apparently.
How do you not like Van Gogh?
She's just never liked his stuff.
There's such a sadness to everything that he's got.
I was a moron.
Only 31. You're good. Oh yeah, you could have used Greedy and Lucky so far and got loads of stuff.
I
Extra
did.
stuff.
I have.
Oh, so you have, because I was setting you in my 10. You're going to take the Fireball one?
I did.
No, you didn't. That one. Blood Fury.
That's the Fireball one.
And you also got Anna's Delight if you want to kill some chickens while you're at it.
Nah, I'm alright.
Yeah, I've got a real liking for Van Gogh. I've read a lot about him after, I've both watched the...
I know you've watched the film.
Well, I've watched a few films. I've watched the Cumberbund one and the Willem Dafoe one. There's a few that are still on my watch list. There's a lot of media about Van Gogh, and he's such a tragically interesting character. And I'll say character rather than man, because
He seems very caricaturist by this point.
yeah, he doesn't seem like a real person.
Even though, like, he was.
Yeah, it's more what we know of him is how he's been represented, and most of that's come from the studying of his extensive letters that are still preserved in the Van Gogh Museum and some in the London Art Museum and stuff.
Oh, it's done.
But yeah, very interesting guy, and there's been did you know there's been multiple like conferences with psychologists and stuff where they've tried to study his letters and stuff and try and figure out what mental illness he had.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they come up with different...
They have different theories by the end of their conference.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's... I think it's simple enough for most people to understand that he was not entirely
incredibly depressed.
stable.
I would not be surprised if he would have what is now considered bipolar disorder.
Don't know. It's, yeah, and I think...
Also, by the way, the wand is shite on the Scaly Bobs. Have to use a sword.
Okay. No, and knowing more about Van Gogh, I find it hard to dislike anything that he's painted.
Fair enough.
Even more, like, I think that's another sort of big question about whether you can separate an art from an artist.
That's like a big, what do you call it?
It's a contentious issue.
It's one of those questions that, like, many people will have their different answers, and it really depends on the art. It really depends on the artist.
See, that's the thing. I think it really depends on the art, because in the case of,
I think it really depends on the artist as well as the art. Like, because you can have some artists that they make beautiful pieces, but they don't feel anything towards their pieces.
I don't know. I just feel like in the case of Van Gogh, I find that his art expresses a lot more meaning to me knowing more about him. And I think with painting and illustration, the presence of the artist has a lot more of an impact on interpretation of a piece of art or enjoyment of a piece of art. While in the case of, to me at least, something like music much less so.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it would be what comes out of it. But that, like, there are some musicians that their pieces are made, and you don't have any hang-ups up or down about it. And then there are some artists that play incredible pieces that it wouldn't be theirs. Like, if anyone else played it, well, it would be wrong.
The big one is, like, historically, the big one through modern times has been Michael Jackson. About, you know, did he do some sketchy things, possibly pedophilic things, that sort of stuff? Can you still enjoy his music? And for me, music, I find it really easy to disassociate the artist to the piece of music. Less so with painting. So with film. Film's like a weird one. Because I feel through some films you get a lot more of either actors or even directors or even writers coming through the work. But I don't get that with music. And I think that may be a bit weird on my end. I would say I love Stevie Wonder. I don't know Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder might be a bit of a prick if I met him in real life. I don't know if I get on with Stevie Wonder. There might be some, you know, bit of a gap in common grounded topics of conversation since he's an old man.
Yeah, in that aspect, I can make conversations with little old people.
No, but I'm just saying, it's like, when I say I love Stevie Wonder, I don't love Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder's music. I don't know enough about the real man, other than his real name is Steveland. Same with, like, Royal Blood. I like Royal Blood. By all accounts, they were absolute arseholes when they played in Dundee. I don't know, like, we're getting on with the crowd and all that stuff.
Not heard that.
Don't know what they're like, but I like some of their tunes.
And like, some people really don't like Lewis Capaldi.
I don't like his music, but I feel like, but that's a good one, because I don't like his music.
What I was going to say was actually, like, as he played at the Tartan gig in 2018. Which is a girl guiding gig. It's meant to happen every 2 years. Obviously, COVID kind of had an impact on that. Or maybe it was 2019, so it's meant to happen in 2021. Anyway.
You've got a shovel equipped, though.
I do have a shovel equipped. I intentionally had a shovel equipped. He did a really, really good job, from my perspective, of getting kids from Rainbow's all the way through to adults,
Mhm.
up off their feet, engaged, like, and he seemed genuinely nice, but also at the same time I understand that you don't like him.
Well, no, that's the thing. But here's the thing.
You
I
don't like his
I don't
music.
like his music. But then again, by all accounts that you see on social media, again, don't know what these people really are. He seems like quite a genuine, nice person that has his challenges, has his ups, has his downs. Seems pretty normal, and pretty funny. So I'd like to say I kind of like Lewis Capaldi, but I don't like his music. But then, well, what is there to really engage with about Lewis Capaldi if I don't like his music? Nothing really, so I won't. Yeah. I think but it is interesting that it seems to be a case by case about whether or not you think it matters to you. And I guess that is just reflecting on how much an artist is as an individual and as a personality is present within their own work. But in the end, I want Shipbreaker turned into a film, and I feel like a hypocrite. And I will probably just listen to whatever music, no matter who it comes from.
I listen to loads of music. You know my music taste is so eclectic, but it's just a bit weird.
Oh, I had a thought, but I don't know if I really want to talk about it on stream, because I just don't want to give the thought of this man the time of day. Recently, we've had Russell Brand in the news, and is comedy art? I'd like to say comedy's art.
I don't know.
I've never considered Russell Brand a comedian because I've never found it funny. But I think in the case of, I think most comedians, some comedians have characters that they come on stage with. Have you completed this level?
No.
What do you mean? You've killed all the turnips?
I've killed all the turnips, but the skeletons are causing me problems.
You might be able to get it though.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, that's enough time.
Doesn't feel like enough time. Fucking hell.
It could be enough time. Oh,
Fuck
that one
you.
guy. Oh, he died as well after the thing came up. Shit, so close. We'll get some more sporbs and we'll do it.
But I killed all the fucking turnips.
Yes, that was really impressive.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself for killing all the turnips.
And you're glowing green still because you're covered with bullets.
Why am I...
You drank the mandragosa, that's what that does.
Oh.